Good morning, day 5, Wednesday, July 26th, breaking down camp. Have some layers on this morning, which has not been the norm for our lower elevation Bob Marshall Wilderness, but it's a bit chilly this morning. We both slept great last night. I slept like straight through, which almost never happens, and Sarah pretty much slept straight through.
Yeah, I only woke up a couple times.
But fell right back asleep. Yeah, so really good night's sleep. I think part of that's just longer days with the heat and the up and the downs. Today we have a pretty chill day.
Yay!
So we're taking our time, even though we didn't really we're still pretty much normal time gonna get going.
Oh, we are? I just felt like I lounged a lot this morning.
Yeah, I mean, usually we're hitting the trail between 8:30 most days, and I think we'll be hitting the trail a little after 8:30. So We're not really slacking off, but yeah, we'll get to our next site nice and early and get set up and have a relaxing day. So welcome to day 5.
Woo!
All right, so we did find this great site, but you can see these big trees over here, and when we got here we started to notice, what is that? And someone, we're hoping, forgot. Look at all that toilet paper. My God, I mean, that's a lot of toilet paper.
I also found this on the trail.
Yeah.
And I found like 2 empty MRE wrappers that I packed out. So
Yeah, I'm wondering what that stuff like, because there's still a lot of horse packing around here. If their pack wasn't
tight.
secured properly, because you would hate to think it was nowhere near anywhere where someone would be camping.
No.
So hopefully that was just accidental. So we'll pack that out. But obviously we're not going to carry this humongous roll of toilet paper for the next 5 days.
At least it's light.
Yeah. But there is another ranger cabin in 3 or 4 miles.
So I think I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, and
I think there's an outhouse there.
There'll probably be a privy there, so at least leave it there so it's not here. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff.
Leave no trace.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably an accident, right?
And it hasn't been here very long.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's an accidental.
Someone's gonna be sad when they get to their next site, though.
Yeah.
So when I did a nose course, we were not allowed toilet paper, and this was 3 months long. And so we had to use rocks and sticks to wipe our bums.
Yeah, I guess you get used to it.
You get used to it. You just look for smooth rocks, and you'd pick them up around camp.
Yeah.
But
all right, so that's the campsite update. So we've seen little squares of metal attached to some trees. This is the first one that we can actually still make out. 2.3 miles, Trail 90. There you go. Well, we made the trail junction. I say this section of 90, nice and shady, no bugs, cool, but as we're seeing with different parts of the Bob, not a lot of views on the trail.
and not a lot of options for camping.
No, nothing on that stretch, which is surprising because we were down low by the water for a little bit, but then we're
Unless that flag, did you take video of the flagged area? There was an area that was flagged, maybe that's a new campsite? Who knows?
Yeah, and it looked like that was fairly close to the water, but that was it. So yeah, we're gonna keep marching on 90 for a bit, but not for maybe a half mile or so before another junction, I think. See you there. All right, we have a little water crossing before we get to the trail junction on the other side, so croc time. All right, our first water crossing in the Bob where we had to put Crocs on. It's not very deep.
No.
but still not rock hoppable, so. There was a nice campsite just before here, so that's good to know. Near the junction of 90 where it goes into 83. There you go, easy peasy. All right, we found our campsites. Cool. And the ranger cabin. I'm sure Sarah will be along shortly. Property of the United States. Very cool. It's even got a geological survey marker. That's interesting. Hmm. 1934, just like the other one we saw. This one you can actually take a peek inside. It's got a little tablecloth there, checkered tablecloth. WD-40. Coleman fuel. Oh, look at this. I wonder what we're filling with air. Interesting. Back of the cabin. Nice little hangout area, big fire pit. Very cool. Here's another window to take a peek in. Probably can't see much with the camera, but there's a little wood stove in there, it looks like. And obviously lots of wood piled up. Super cool. Quick little tour. Obviously there's the cabin. There's a building for the horses. Probably store the saddle and stuff in there, I guess.
Yeah, and maybe they're hay so the animals don't eat it.
And there's our friend the outhouse, which was very clean and did the trick. So there's a little spur trail. Well, this is what we're looking to do tomorrow. Switchback Pass. So, and here's a sign for the Pentagon campsites, which is also what we want. Okay, so just before we decide on a final campsite near the Pentagon cabin, I recrossed the creek. I guess it's Pentagon Creek, just because we had noticed some potential sites on this side, which would just mean we'd have to cross the water first thing in the morning with Crocs, but so what? And did come across this well-established site. Someone feels very at home here. They actually put a little sign up. Can you make it out? Camp 3 Amigos. Right there. Is that how you spell amigo? I thought it was with an I. I'm not sure. So we're at Camp 3 Amigos. Shout out to the Amigos. And there's also this, I'm not sure why this is set up, but you can see this log tied with rope right there. I don't know why that's like that. I'm sure there's a good reason. Maybe I always think it's something to do with horses because I don't know much about that. But yeah. So this is the other nice shady level spot. So I guess the question becomes, do we want more seclusion? I think if we go and stay in the other area, there's definitely a better chance of seeing folks camping there, chatting, all that fun stuff. So that is the decision to make. And also, do we want to deal with the minor hassle of starting off in the morning with Crocs on, but then putting that heavy pack down and getting resituated? Totally not a big deal. As I say it out loud, it really is not a big deal at all. But that is what we're going to decide on as a team in the next minute or two once I cross back over. So now we're officially back on the trail, and the creek is footsteps away. So it's good. We're going to have plenty of fresh, cold, running water, which has not always been easy to find in the Bob. This place obviously sees more traffic. We're at a big intersection with a bunch of different trails. So I'm sure a lot of people pass through this way, which is good to know for a future Bob Marshall loop a year or two down the road. So yeah, here's our creek that we're going to cross back over the other side, and we'll let you know what our final decision is for camp tonight. Okay, day 5 update. We're just putting the tent up. We decided that we were going to be neighborly, and if some other backpackers come, hopefully we can chat it up for a bit. So we passed on the secluded spot, and we're going to stay in the bigger established area. So
We're still on the outskirts of it.
yeah, for the shade pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, if a big horse mule train comes through, that'll be interesting. But we'll see. It's still early in the afternoon, so plenty of time for backpackers to arrive. We'll keep you posted. If these things are actually working or not, not quite sure. But yeah, it's been a relaxing day here at Pentagon camp. Want to say something? Just
Hi.
hi. Just trying to figure out the microphone situation, but yeah, we're in a nice shady spot.
I've been knitting, finally.
Sarah's
First knitting
knitting.
of the trip. Another sock.
My first freeze-dried meal of the trip will be tonight, so figuring out what to have. Yeah, we'll probably have a beer a little bit later and just enjoy the evening. We have a big climb tomorrow. We're
Up switchback pass.
yeah, we're not quite at 5,000. I think we are just under 5,000 feet here. Sarah will double check, and we got to get back up to 7,700 or thereabouts.
Yeah, we're at 4,885.
All right, so we've got close to 3,000 feet of climbing tomorrow. So make sure we have full water bladders. But our end destination might be one of the highlights of the trip. Lavallee Lake. It's off. We're going to be back on the CDT for a bit, and right when we get to the junction with the CDT, one of the first, probably not even a mile in, is this lake, which from our research sounds like it's going to be pretty good. So that's tomorrow's goal. We'll be higher up, but it feels like it'll be nice and cool and comfortable here tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll be back for another microphone check. You can see like the green light, and then if I just do a switch, it's blinking green. So what the heck does that mean? Is it paired or not? It's not like I don't. It's Bluetooth, but I don't know if it actually goes through the Bluetooth on the phone. I've got something plugged into the phone right now that's showing me a light. So many questions, not a lot of answers. But for really windy days, it might make a difference. It might be worth bringing it. So just trying it out. But I'll probably need to get Google and look at the actual instructions and figure out. Usually I take a picture of the instructions, but I didn't. So, oh well. See you later. Probably see you in the morning.
I rinsed out my pants. I was see if they smell better. They do.
Yeah, actually my socks, they get like pretty muddy, so actually they get like hard as a board, but I rinsed them out and they're much better now. So one last update for day 5. It's like 7 p.m. Sarah just went out. We don't have any neighbors, right?
No.
Nope, the cabin is empty. No one else is here yet. Sarah already ate. What did you have?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. I just heated up some pepper beef with rice, my first freeze-dried meal of the trip. And yeah, we're settling in for the night. Hope it feels like it's going to be another nice, cool night,
Yeah.
which is nice. And we got a big day tomorrow, so we're going to load up on carbs and energy.
Lots of extra snacks for
Yep.
tomorrow.
And looking forward to, hopefully we'll be in the shade for at least a good part of the climb. Like today, we were in the shade for most of the day, which was nice. Because the heat does add when the sun's beating down on you, it adds another layer. Although it is nice to be hiking out in the open too.
For the better views.
Yeah, haven't really seen much today as far as just forest, which is cool, but.
Right, I was trying to think of like Glacier because it's like similar just north of here. And there were some times where you have like you're in the woods for a while, but then it always pops out and you're like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, Glacier, at least at some point it pops out. You get spectacular mountain ranges or wide open lakes, and it just isn't that way here in the Bob, at least in this section.
Right.
And there are some, I mean, we didn't actually go to the Chinese Wall or hike on top of it. I think that would have probably been pretty amazing.
True.
There was Bungalow Mountain, which we bypassed, which would have given us views into Glacier, but it just didn't work out for camping and for water. So, yeah, I think I definitely would like to come back and explore more of the Bob. Maybe do a different. We ran into 2 backpackers who were doing a different route.
When we were in where did we stay before we came in the backcountry?
Great Falls.
Great Falls. I went to a great outdoor store there, and I was like chit-chatting with the owner and then one of the women that works there, and they were both just talking about the Bob. But the one that works there, we took out a map and she showed me a different route starting from a more southern trailhead, which is what I think the people we ran into were doing. So again, just like a different area to check out another time.
Yeah, definitely. And if all goes well, this is what, 2023?
Correct.
Possibly in 2026, I'll do the whole thing. And
the CDT.
Yeah.
Yes.
But until then, we'll just do little pieces of it. See you in the morning.